All right, let's get those walking shoes on, everybody. Actually, nah, let's not do that. Let's get those walking shoes off. Let's continue on the theme from last week. We were looking at the foot in the last episode. If you haven't checked that out, go back and watch it. It's a winner, you'll love it. We're gonna work a little bit further up this time and do some bits that are gonna help loosen you up for your walking. A few people have asked for this, so let's get involved with any of that now. Whether you do a little bit of walking or whether you walk quite a lot at weekends and long walks and stuff, let's get into a few exercises to help you out. All right. As always, if you can give us a subscribe if you haven't already, that would be amazing. Hit the thumbs up button, give us a like, give us the bell notification, hit that. And yeah, you'll get notified as to any new videos that we put out at any point. All right. So let's get cracking. So welcome back, everybody. Let's get you started. Now we're going to start the first one off with trusty tennis ball. This is going to be really good for working on your shins. All right, so if you get the chance, grab the ball, get involved with this one because this one can be a little bit tender, a little bit gnarly. What we're looking for on this one is whenever you're walking, anytime you're taking a step and your toes are coming up like that and you're landing, then you're stepping through. The muscle down the front of the shin here works really, really hard to pull your foot up. This can get smoked out over time. So we're going to try and loosen that bit off first. So with the tennis ball, I'm going to pop that down on the floor. Just over the other side of it, we're going to pop the knee down and we're looking to get on the outside edge of the leg. So on the inside here, you've got the shin bone. That's solid. You don't want to do anything there. But the side bit out here, the outer side, that is where the muscle is, and that's where we're going to go for. So we are going to bring you over, and we're going to lean out to the side just a little bit, and you may find some tender spots. With this, we're going to go for a minute, as always. We're going to go for a minute on this one and then a minute on the other. We're going to gradually work our way down the leg. So what we're looking for here is applying some pressure, finding anywhere that's sore and a bit tender, then we circle the foot to loosen it up. All right. Once you feel like it initiates some change and it feels like it's a little bit different, then we can start gradually working our way down the leg. And you may find there are certain points here that really feel a lot more nasty than others. All right. But I want you to, feel empowered by this, really search around, hunt for anywhere that's like, that's really quite nasty. Don't just stay around in the easy bits, really hunt for the nastiness. Think of it being, you're like Indiana Jones. You're hunting out anything that's there to be found. All right. So we're gradually just working our way down the leg, and you may feel it in the bridge of your foot as well as you start getting a bit lower down. If you ever wanted more pressure onto it, you can always take the other leg as well over the top and then sit back a little bit. Woo-hoo, that's a bit of a winner. And you can do that nice and gradually down as well. Now we've hit our 1 minute there, so we're going to relax on that side and then do the same thing on the other side. All right, so we're going for, again, kneeling you gently down, ball in onto that shin. You're just leaning out to the side a little bit. Again, you're not on the bony part, you're on the outside edge that's muscular. And again, we're going to circle that foot just to loosen all of this up. You'd be surprised at how tender and how nasty this one can get. So we're just going to have a bit of fun here with it and just enjoy. Because I know there are a number of you that do a lot of walking at weekends, like quite long distances as well. And again, if you're never doing anything to kind of take care of your body in between, then you're going to, you can get away with it for a while, but you're going to run into problems eventually. So that's where we want to try and keep ahead of the curve here, stay ahead of the game, and loosen some of these nasty bits off. And again, I'm thinking, yeah, let's treat ourselves and really push the boat out here and really get the other leg over the top there, sink back onto it a little bit, get a bit of extra pressure on. And I'm sure you'll agree it is a wondrous occasion. So I'll keep you going on that for that remaining few seconds. Oh, and as if by magic, the 1 minute is then done. So you can work your way right down, all the way down to just above the ankle on that. And then once we've done that, I'm going to move a little bit higher up this time. And we're going to go for quadriceps. Now we've done this one before. And with your quadriceps, they're the muscles that come down the front of the thighs here. So again, big prime movers in terms of walking and running. And they get used an awful lot all the time. So it's good to loosen all of this off because they can help, if the quadriceps are tight, they can pull the hips forward. So this can help just loosen all of that off. So I want to try and lie you gently down onto one side, arm underneath your head. Top foot, we're going to bring around towards your bottom. If you can't reach your foot, try and grip on to your trouser leg, or if you've got a towel, you can wrap it around your ankle. And we're going to try and then have knees together, squeeze your bottom, and then push forwards a little bit, push the hips through. So whilst we're here, now again, I'm going to go for 30 seconds on this one. Just to loosen up this one side. So again, keep your bottom squeezed and just big deep breaths for me. Because the breath really helps relax everything as you do it. Now, if it starts to ease off, give yourself a bit more of a squeeze, push that a little bit further forwards. Don't overarch in that back though, that's why we've got your bottom squeeze. We're keeping that nice and still. We just want to try and move through that leg to get that stretching off. It's good for loosening up around the knees as well, which is always important. All right, so we're finished on that side there. Let's flip you over and do the same thing. So again, we're going for foot round, arm underneath your head, squeeze your bottom, push the hips through, knees together, smile. And again, just, think of a happy place. You may actually be doing this and thinking, you know what, this actually feels like a holiday. Or, there might be some of you doing this and finding it's like being in hell. Either way, you're welcome. So again, let's just try and keep you nice and strong here. And big, deep breaths. All right. So 30 seconds done on that one as well now. Now, what I'm going to do from there is bring you over to your back. Now, we're going to do a bit of a double whammy here in that we're going to go for glutes and around the hips, but also hamstrings on the back of the legs as well. All right, we're not looking at calves because we did calves last time in that previous episode. So if you want to do a bit of that, if you feel like you've got stiff calves, again, go back to last week's episode and watch that one as well because that will be really helpful for you. But what I'm going to go for is what's called a figure four stretch. Where we start with the knees bent, and it's up to you which side, but one foot comes over the top of the other leg. All right, so your ankle is just past your knee. Now, some of you may find that that's actually plenty enough stretch as it is, and in which case you can just take the hand to the knee and gently push that away, gently. If it's not enough, you can take the lower leg up off of the ground, and you can also reach through the gap as well like that. Now, quite often, if people can, I get them to reach through to the shin and really get the most out of this. But what I actually want to do here is grip onto the back of the calf. Sorry, not the back of the calf, back of the thigh. I shouldn't be multitasking. That's never a good idea. We're going to grip onto the back of the thigh like that. I've just started the clock. And we're hugging that in. Now, you should feel that up through your bottom, up into that hip a little bit. But then also, I'm going to stretch up through that leg that I'm holding on to and then pull my foot down towards the floor. Now, we are going to be stretching out calves here as well. I know I said we weren't going specifically onto that, but what we're really looking for here is a good old bit of hamstrings on the back of those thighs. But again, you're getting calves in there too, so, it's like waking up on Christmas morning and getting the present you've always wanted. You know what I mean? It's like, you think, oh, this is brilliant. Got myself a Super Nintendo, but I've not just got that, I've got like Mario or Donkey Kong with it as well. That's what this calf is representing. Anyway, let's keep you going. Now, big deep breaths for me, nice and steady. I do tend to waffle on sometimes, I do apologise about that. I was chatting to people in class the other day about the Crystal Maze. Remember that? Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Love the Crystal Maze, Aztec Zone. All right, let's relax that gently, down and off. So again, doing a lot in one go there. So let's uncross the feet, let's swap over sides, yeah? So again, one side might be a bit tighter than the other. Go carefully, just enjoy yourself, treat yourself. So again, you can either push the knee away and just stay like that as you want, if you want, or we can go up through the leg, grip onto the back of the thigh, really pull it in, make sure you're still getting that good amount of stretch through your bottom and through your hip. Leg up nice and straight, bring it towards your head, flex the foot down towards the shin. And breathe. Yeah, we were saying about the Crystal Maze, and we were saying about how there's a place in London now where you can actually go and, sort of partake in it. You have a team of people. So if anybody's interested in starting a team and going up there at some point and doing the Crystal Maze experience, I'll be really up for that. That'd be awesome. No affiliation. I'm not trying to advertise for them or anything. I just think it's a really good idea. I always like to find ways to relive my youth. But again, keep the big deep breaths going. Try and hold that position nice and still. Really pull that leg up and in. Stretch that leg. Get that whole part of the back part of the leg loosening up. All right, and again, you're pulling the toes down. You're flexing the foot down towards the floor. Really stretch out everywhere. All right. Now again, we've relaxed off from there. Just hug those knees in for me as you relax, just to loosen off that back a minute. And then what I also will get us to do, just to loosen up that little bit more up through that lower back and through your middle, is some side twists as well. So again, another minute. Knees are bent, feet and knees are together. The arms come out to the side so that your palms are up and they're level with the shoulders there through the arms. What we're going to look for is just twisting through the lower body. So we're trying to stretch out through your lower back a little bit, get that core working. And again, it's big deep breath in at the side, breathe out as we come across, okay? We're just going to try and keep you going through that one. Because again, the breathing really helps just relax everything off, loosen everything up. And this is a really nice thing to be doing just after having been for a walk. Keeps you supple, keeps you free and loose. And next week what we'll do is we'll start working our way further up once again and still kind of look at posture up through the upper body as well. Because again, the last thing you want to be doing is walking around sloped over or slouching forwards. So we want to try and keep you upright, keep you walking in a nice tall position. So that'll be next week. Spoiler alert. All right. And then we are sorted. So give all of those a go. Have a bit of fun with it. Enjoy your walks from it, but again, find, if you find anywhere in particular when you've done walks and things that you feel like particularly stiff in a certain spot, let's focus more on those bits. We still want to do an all-over approach, but if you've got somewhere that's really giving you some grief, don't focus too much on elsewhere. Let's focus on the bits that are below and above where that problem is. So if you have a little bit of a pain in your hip, look towards like your glutes or your hamstrings and up into the back a little bit, look around it and let's try and find some bits there. And we may look at some more specific bits in the future. In the meantime though, I hope you've enjoyed today's session. Have a go at it. Let me know what you think. Give me a few comments and stuff. Let me know, feedback on how it's all going. Hopefully see you next time.